What's up with the squad? Back with another video. Y'all seen this? I was going down. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit that subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it in the title. You got the title here. Before we get in this video, I definitely want to say that I do apologize. I do apologize. You know, if it is loud, it is raining pretty bad, and storming pretty bad out here in Indianapolis. So, like I said, I do apologize. Don't know how loud it is on here, but it's definitely loud. But y'all got it here. One thing about Jasmine Crockett is she's not authentic at all. Nothing about her is authentic. And I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all know that. You know, a lot of y'all obviously disagree, don't support, you know, a lot. And honestly, it's one of those things. I mean, it's one of those things that's factual. And, you know, you have people that support her, you have people that don't support her. But as y'all know, that Jasmine Crockett definitely is going downhill with a lot. Says here, Jasmine Crockett teases a Senate run and compares herself to Zara Mandani. Check it out.
So I got to ask you, because your name has been floated all over Washington, D.C., and I'm sure all over Texas as a potential U.S. Senate candidate. What can you tell us?
Yeah, I am considering it, is what I can tell you. I think that we're living in unprecedented times, and I think an unprecedented candidacy is what we need to do in Texas if we're going to do something different. And so I think when you're talking about how expensive these races are, starting with someone who is known and has a brand that doesn't take from anybody, I think being a fighter for the people is what people are looking for. I think one of the reasons you saw what happened in New York is because he said he was going to fight for the people that are forgotten, not the rich people, but the people that are barely making it by in one of the most expensive cities in this country. He said he was going to fight for them. And even though there were naysayers who said he can't do this, he can't do that, guess what? There are people that are believing that he is going to try to do everything that he said he wanted to do on behalf of them. So we'll see, but we don't want to just do something just to be doing it. We've got to be very thoughtful. And as you said, my attorney general is a...
And definitely curse there. I had to stop the video. But obviously, I'm going to be real with y'all. Even, you know, if she compares herself to Zara Mandani, whoever she compares herself to, we all see Jasmine Crockett for who she is at the end of the day. I feel like so many people realize that. You know, and for the people that don't realize that, I mean, that's a person you see straight through. I mean, the lies, the stories that she tell. Then on top of that, you know, you have this, they always say they're fighting for the people, this, that, and the other. But, I mean, you don't really have Jasmine Crockett doing anything. Jasmine Crockett is more so of a cheerleader. And I say that because it's more so of, and this is no disrespect to, you know, the cheerleaders out there, but this is more so of being that just annoying, that annoying cheerleader. That's just basically of, oh, I'm about to talk crazy about Trump and the Trump administration. And that's it, and that's all. That's all I have to offer. She does nothing for her district, nothing for anybody, you know, but herself. I mean, I put out a couple videos explaining that very reason, you know, of her only thinking of herself, you know, and not doing for, you know, others at all. Got it right here. It says Jasmine Crockett says she will announce potential Senate run on December 8th. Check it out.
I've heard that announcement could be coming on December 8th. How seriously are you considering this run?
We're very serious. You know, a lot of people don't believe in Texas, and I understand why. It's been over 30 years. And we would have to run a different race. I would absolutely be a different candidate. And so we've got to analyze this a little differently. I have pulled together an amazing team to really see if we can do what I think we can do.
What she thinks she can do. One thing about it is that you don't see any type of progress
I've heard that announcement could be coming
from Jasmine Crockett whatsoever. So, I mean, that one thing about it is that she doesn't have much to offer. You know, and I say that to say this. This is a post, you know, it says Jasmine Crockett is reportedly considered running for the U.S. Senate in Texas in 2026. She should run because, again, Ken Paxton. Check it out. Benny Show.
I tell you, the Democrat Party have lost their way. They're bringing in a bunch of nut jobs. We got Jasmine Crockett. I said, put her in the triangle and give her time every day. I'll give her money so she can do a press conference every day because that's a Looney Tune. She's nuts. And it only helps us. It really, really does. She's nuts. Matter of fact, Jasmine Crockett, if you listen, I need you to run for Senate. I need you to run for Senate in the state of Texas in 2026 because you are an absolute nut job. And I may send you $500. I may send you $500 so you can help with your filing fee because Ken Paxton will crush you.
One thing about it, like I keep saying, is that, and that brings me to my next thing, of Benny Johnson. I have showed y'all this video multiple times, and I'm gonna turn the volume down on it, of course. But I've showed y'all this video multiple times. This is one of the reasons on why Jasmine Crockett, and literally just showing. And the great thing about this is that, you have an individual. You got Benny Johnson. Benny Johnson is definitely great, but you have, an individual like this that actually will go see for himself. Individuals that literally let me go see what Jasmine Crockett's district looks like. So this right here just goes to show you a lot. Without saying anything. I don't even have to play the volume on this video and y'all can see how bad it is out there in her district. I mean, you literally have a toilet on the side of a street. You have plenty of trash. You have a bar and grill next to a church. You're having all these things that's complete trash and complete disgust. You have places everywhere. Literally, it's bad. It's totally bad, in our district. And again, this is more so of, like I've been saying, since the beginning, a more so a money grab. Doesn't care about the people. People need to realize that. I'm telling y'all, definitely need to realize that. This just goes to show you. This is a post, that somebody put. It said that she's everywhere, but in my city of Dallas doing some work. But I'm supposed to but I'm not supposed to criticize my representative. This is Jasmine Crockett. I definitely have to mute this because I don't want to get copyrighted. Y'all can look this up if y'all want to. And I know y'all already know what this is, judging by this video and how it's, starting. But this isn't the first time. I mean, you literally have Jasmine Crockett making TikToks and dancing, saying you're about to elect Michigan's first black governor, and dancing. And mind you, Michigan, knowing what her district has been going through, so seeing how all of this is playing out, seeing multiple videos, that she's cursing and cursing in the music videos and the TikToks that she's making and dancing and being ghetto as she is, and I truly don't. There's other ways. I feel like there's definitely other ways. Even if she were to make a video, they're saying electing, the Michigan's first black governor. It could have been something more so professional, in a professional, setting, in a professional way, of them doing this, rather than dancing and putting rap music behind it. And I truly don't get that. It's multiple factors in it. She's dancing and making TikToks. You're literally in Michigan, not even caring about, obviously, not her district, not the people, nothing. Herself and her image. That's all she cares about. I'm telling y'all. I showed y'all this video as well.
Politics is so expensive, right?
This is literally Crockett spending. $75,000. You have $4,200 at the Ritz-Carlton, $23 at the Luxury Collection, West Hollywood Edition, $5,300, Times Square. You have multiple limos. Not to mention her houses, that she has, her $1 million homes. Her transportation is $2,800. All literally, again, I'll say this again. A lot of this that she's doing, is obviously spending taxpayers' money. This is where everything that you see on this list. What is that? Go back to that. What is that? $50,000 on security expenses. I'm telling y'all, bro. It's literally getting ridiculous. It's truly getting ridiculous. And it's actually sad. I'm not even gonna lie. It's definitely sad. Check it out.
I believe that we all need to pay attention to Trump and how he acts. He is the cause of all the confusion and the destruction that we have seen in politics, as far as I'm concerned. Because it used to be we could disagree, and that was that. I disagree with a lot of Republicans, but it does not necessarily turn violent. Ever since he's been introduced into politics, we have seen a consistent spike in the violence when it comes to politics.
So again, you have individual that always says that Trump administration or nothing, you know, they're doing is putting out violence here, putting out violence there, saying this and saying that. But you literally have, again,
I disagree with a lot of Republicans, but it does not necessarily turn violent.
I think you punch. I think you're okay with you okay with punching. I mean, like, this dude has to be knocked over the head, like, hard.
But I literally have never said anything to invoke violence.
We are not only going to punch you back, but we are going to knock you out.
I just want to say that I have never promoted violence whatsoever.
We are going to be in your face. We are going to be on your ass.
So as y'all can see, there's multiple times that Jasmine Crockett herself has incited a lot of violence. Literally saying, punching, you know, hitting. I mean, but blames everything. That's I truly don't get that, y'all. I truly don't. I have here Victor Davis Hansen, you know, on Jasmine Crockett. Check it out.
Well, you know, it's pretty bogus when Jasmine Crockett, whom asterisk, I don't understand why they think she's the future of any party. There was the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen in the history of American journalism, such as it is, when that reporter got down and kissed her feet. Mm-hmm. I thought that was almost sick. She is a racist. She is a upper middle class prima donna who her whole life went, as a privileged person, went to private expensive prep schools, and then she gets in the Congress, for the Congress, and adopts an inner city accent as if she's some genuine persecuted person who's been dealt all of these injustices, and then she spouts off with this generic white person. If you had substituted the word black for white when she talks, they would have censored her on the floor. And it's pretty bad when Wolf Blitzer on CNN has to say, wait, what you just said is inaccurate. And she said, well, the name is redacted. Well, these names were redacted when you had control of the White House. So it didn't come from Donald Trump. And she said, well, she was trying to imply that was a reference to Donald Trump. But exactly, even Wolf Blitzer said, but it's exonerating to him. She has said that there was no evidence that she ever saw that he engaged in sex activity or even flirted.
And that right there just goes to show you the lies, you know, that they put out, you know, meaning, you know, the left. They always do that, you know, and give out the information just so, you know, you hear from a lot of people. And that's a headline to a lot. Just something so simple of Jasmine Crockett saying that literally goes to a lot of places that people really don't know what's actually going on. I feel like so many people don't realize that there's a lot of times, y'all, that, and I know y'all know this, some of y'all do, but there's a lot of times, I just want to make it make sense a little bit. There's a lot of times that something will go out, just like Jasmine Crockett lying and saying something, you know, like that. It can be Trump, it can be anybody, and putting out that lie. Somebody like that, as in Jasmine Crockett, her being in Congress, you know, people obviously see her. They see her more so as that ghetto chick that a lot of people obviously relate themselves to. I know it sounds crazy, but relate themselves to, and they see her more so as a star, if that makes sense. And I know y'all probably like Recklezz. I don't know, but they do. But look at her as a star. She's making TikTok. She's dancing. She has the rap music. I love Jasmine Crockett. She's a black queen, and she's this and she's that. So when you have her saying things like that, it's not doing that but putting in people's head, oh, Trump is like this. Trump did this because she said it. So when you have people that listen to that and then they go around and tell those lies, that's what that causes. And that's what makes me mad about it. And that's what I truly call out. You know, and get on here and call out, because I call it, you know, it's just BS. You know how she does it. You know, they get on there and that's the reason they do. We know their lies. We know their lies about a lot of things that, you know, she says and, you know, that they do. But one thing about it is that I myself and others are going to call it out. I'm telling y'all. Make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love to every single one, last one of y'all. I'm telling y'all. Catch y'all next one.